We welcome you to Newark, New Jersey for the beginning of this game, the Prep A Championship between St. Benedict's Prep and Blair Academy. Not playing on the home field of the St. Benedict's Prep Gray Bees, the field at NJIT. So we are here at Riverfront Park in Newark, New Jersey for this Prep A Championship. But we are excited to bring you the action in what's sure to be an entertaining matchup between these two teams, a rematch of the 2015 Prep A Championship. So St. Benedict's Prep coming into this game, the #1 team in the country in the white jerseys here. And if they do win today, they ensure yet another national championship coming into this game as the #1 team in the United States, according to Top Draw Soccer. And just was the situation a couple of years ago in this Prep Championship game for St. Benedict's. If they win, since it's the last game on the schedule, well, you can't fault them for winning, so you know that they're going to be ending the year as the #1 team. So if that's not incentive for St. Benedict's, they also have the fact that their Prep Championship run was snapped last year. 26 straight Prep Championships, a streak that was snapped against the Pennington School last year at Pennington. And those Pennington Red Raiders, they had another good season this year, but the reason the Blair Academy Buccaneers are here is because of a late goal against the Red Raiders, and Blair, who's restocked this year with some good talent, looks to make things tough here for St. Benedict's Prep. Turf field. With planes flying overhead, Newark Airport in the vicinity. As Chavez, and now a centering ball for St. Benedict's. So a deep throw here for Blair Academy. Ignacio Ibanez from Madrid, Spain. A lot of international players always in this Prep A Championship game, and that is again the case this year. Two schools which are dominated by players that hail from other countries. Goalkeeper here for Blair Academy, Victor Rocky. Senior from Manalapan, New Jersey, will boot it away after the ball went over the goal line. Headed and flicked on by Pierce O'Malley. And back to the defense, where we see Joseph Majera for the first time, the goalkeeper for St. Benedict's Prep. Knocked out to the midfield here. And into his own guy goes Lucky Okpoye. Okpoye wearing a captain's sleeve from the back from Nigeria. Also going by Enzo. And here is Enzo to reset and get it forward for Blair Academy. I'll play to the far side, Karam Ayan, who's one of their leading goal scorers this year. Let that one go. It's a throw for St. Benedict's Prep as we are early on in this one. No scoreboard on site, so all of the time's going to be unofficial. We started our clock just a bit late, so you're looking about 5 minutes into this game. 40-minute halves, as this is last touched by St. Benedict's. Good work here in the midfield by Sebastian Chalbaud. It's knocked out of bounds. Gray Bees will retake possession. Gorgeous afternoon for some soccer. Lucky that they're playing today as opposed to yesterday when it was chilly conditions and we saw rain throughout. Here today, it's windy. It's certainly very comfortable to watch a soccer game, mostly blue skies. João Chavez into the box, slipped ones through, and that is right on the doorstep and knocked in for a goal by Massimo Mazzella. So 1-0, St. Benedict's gets on the board first. The goal scorer in Massimo Mazzella, the midfielder. And the #1 team in the nation has a hot start. So they're going to credit the goal to Felipe Lucas. Number 11, one of the seniors and one of the captains on the team. So Felipe Lucas, the first goal scorer for St. Benedict's Prep, and the Gray Bees lead 1-0 here in the Prep A championship game. These two teams did play earlier in the year, right here at Riverfront Park. Final score 5-1 in favor of St. Benedict's. As Okpoye has a good chance to get it deep into Gray Bees territory here with a free kick. And instead he plays it square. And right back to Okpoye as you have a whistle and off the ball. A little pushing and shoving, and number 9 for Blair and Thomas Robinson getting tangled up with Louis Chavez, the sophomore defender for the Gray Bees, and Chavez holding his head. It looked like those two were jostling for position in anticipation of a long ball. And now both the players going to get a talking to. Situations like this is going to make it tough for us to monitor the official time, as of course only the referees have it. The scoreboard not operational here at Riverfront Park, so whether they stop their stopwatch, we won't know until the end of the half. As this one is flicked on net, but just over. Well done by Blair. It was a good opportunity, a good ball by Okpoye, and he found the head of his teammate in Michael Stockley. Stockley with a pretty good idea, but just a little too much. He tried to lob it over Majera's head. St. Benedict's controlling the midfield. Lamas going back. Lamas scoring a really impressive goal in the Prep Championship last year. Gray Bees came up just short to Red Raiders of Pennington. Pennington will be playing in a Prep A Championship later this evening. The ladies of Pennington, as that ball just Pennington, they're going to play the Hun School in the Prep A Championship. Another change in the official scorebooks for the goal scorer. We'll wait for that as St. Benedict's has it deep in territory. It's Pompau spinning into the 18 and now worked back by Okpoye. Okpoye going up the sideline. So the goal actually going to be credited. I know we had a couple of different reports to who put that one in the back of the net, but it's Ronald Mafunzweni. The junior forward is credited for the goal off the rebound from the shot by Felipe Lucas. So whether you give Felipe Lucas an assist or not, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't in soccer, but certainly credit Lucas for being a part of that goal, even though Mafunzweni gets credit for it in the stat book. Poirier, his pass too far in front of his intended target, and Michael Ayeta. This is Chao Chavez, who receives back after the throw, gets a little shove in the back, and they are going to call the foul. Michael Stockley putting his arms up in the air, saying that, yeah, he didn't commit it, but usually when you put your arms up in the air, means you are guilty. That being said, St. Benedict's known to exaggerate at points. Far side of the field battle won by Blair. As we are just about 10 minutes into this one, over 10 minutes, probably more like 12. As a free kick will come here for Blair Academy. These are going to be the important plays for Blair. When they've got these set pieces, it's a free chance to get the ball forward and get guys in the attacking third. So it's Ibanez this time who plays it in with a left foot. Shallow, but it was deflected by St. Benedict's towards the net. And now all the way out of bounds for a Blair throw. That's touched by Thomas Robinson there. Midfield for Ciato. And long ball for Celio Pompau, who stops his momentum, guarded by Matthew Ho of Blair. Pompau switches direction once again, now able to get a cross in, find a couple of teammates. Flag goes up offsides. Knocked into the corner and giving chase, Chao Chavez. But he's knocked off the ball. Blair Academy's Michael Stockley. Good ball up ahead, right on the foot of Thomas Robinson, but Henrique Cruz took it right off him. The #1 team in the nation playing possession here. Boti Ebenezer, junior defender. St. Benedict's with a beautiful ball towards the front. Here's a one-on-one chance, and it's off to the near side. Ronald Mafunzweni looking for goal number 2. Celio Pompau Slipping a through ball in. Getting there is Okpoye. Pompao right back on the ball. Got it deep in enemy territory. Trying to get the cross in, but it's deflected away and cleared by Adam Sobey. So our first corner of the afternoon. Less than ideal broadcast conditions here with our camera here on the side, so we apologize for that. But we do our best to bring you all the action. And a volley from outside the 18 will deflect wide. Let go by Rocky. Don Thomas Robinson's up ahead. Now it's Karam Ayan. Good chance for Blair here. Ayan, he is a lefty, trying to work it into the corner, but it's again St. Benedict's wins a battle defensively. Knocked here to midfield. A lot of room over here for Pompao. Good use of the chest by Matthew Ho. And Nick Furciato looks for Robinson in the middle. But Ebenezer got there first, and now St. Benedict's on the attack. Sebastian Chalbaugh. Knocked away, and we got a Blair Academy throw at midfield. Mafunzweni, the junior forward, as Rocky punches it, guarding the near post. Mafunzweni, the only player on the St. Benedict's roster with a number above 33. He's sporting the number 70 for the Gray Bees. Furciato hitting the deck as it's Pompao who, wow, well done. Taking possession, putting a shot on, and Rocky is forced to make a save. Celio Pompao turning defense into offense, and from 35 yards out, he is in striking distance. And a good save in the end made by Rocky. We've got another corner for St. Benedict's. Still 1-0. Substitution here for Blair as Ivan Reyes comes in. And St. Benedict's with Julian Gomes and Azriel Johnson stepping into the game. Michael Ayeta comes out. And same for St. Benedict's and both of their captains. And Felipe Lucas and Luan Lamas, the two seniors. So fresh legs in the game for both teams. And St. Benedict's controls first touch of the game for Julian Gomes, and he did well with it. As forward comes Chalbaugh. Pompao lost it, and it comes back to Chavez. Chavez looks for space and looks for the far post, and it was safely picked up by Rocky after Sobey deflected. So still the lone goal of the game by Ronald Mafunzweni. as Michael Stockley does well here. And did lose it. And good work checking back. It's Furciato. This field right next to the river, if you're just imagining behind where the camera is situated. As this shot comes on, and Rocky again forced to make the save. That one was dipping towards the far post, Henrique Cruz. Anyway, the river behind us, which of course would be why it's called Riverfront Park. There's already a ball that was knocked off of the turf over the fence and I believe into the river as this shot comes on and it's just over the net. But St. Benedict's firing away. A couple years ago in the 2015 championship, it was a 1-0 St. Benedict's win. And it was an early goal by Fabio De Sousa in that game. As Pompau with a beautiful ball deep in enemy territory, and Rocky again makes a save. He's been active early. The shot from Gomes. Pompau got himself free and then lofted a long cross that will go across the line and work its way out of bounds in the far corner. A lot of room over here. Making the run is Ivan Reyes. And Blair needs to do more with those opportunities. Reyes had a lot of room on this right flank. This ball bouncing in midfield. Pompau has been active as his flick leads to possession for Julian Gomes, only for a moment. As you see a little pushing and shoving between the two schools. Matthew Ho from Hong Kong and Celio Pompau. Karamayan in the area. Here's Michael Stockley waving at it. Back on Diaz, Real Johnson. As Pompau got a touch. Akpoye, though, gives it to Furciato. Furciato knocked off the ball by Johnson. And Julian Gomes along the right flank, but he can't get there as Adam Sobey is there first. Sobey wearing the captain's sleeve from Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, one of the seniors on the squad. Knocked towards the middle. Mafunzweni, but wide. About 14 minutes left. As this one's knocked forward and eventually cleared out by St. Benedict's. Desperation cleared by Chow Chavez. Better safe than sorry. Here's Matthew Ho as Blair works towards the St. Benedict's net. Bicycled on by Ian. Pompau and Ho. We saw those two getting tangled up and more physical play between the two. No whistle. Stockley thought there was about to be one, and they played on as Stockley looks for a switch of the field. Robinson with a shoulder. And now room in the midfield for St. Benedict's Prep. And Chalba, he's looking towards goal, as Blair was daring him to shoot it from deep. Opting to cover the players making the runs in the box instead. It was shot wide. Pompau working into the corner. High in the air, still going to fall right into the middle of the box. And for St. Benedict, and a goal for Julian Gomes. Gonna get another look here. This is the replay. Pompau has been at the heart of all of the opportunities for St. Benedict's thus far. And Julian Gomes able to knock it home. So we're back to live action. And again, St. Benedict's on the attack, but knocked away. Good defensive play by Blair Academy's Pierce O'Malley. Okoye looking for the corner, Reyes giving chase. But calm defense by Chao Chavez, sophomore defender, shoved in the back by Reyes. And the foul is called. Here's Rocky after a chance for St. Benedict's. 2-0 the score. The Gray Bees lead. Here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network, Simon Rosenwasser here with you. Joe Vasile on camera. Here during Prep Championship Week. And the Prep A Girls Championship tonight at 4:30. Pennington School against the Raiders of Hun. So the Red Raiders versus the Raiders. Sobey knocks it deep again. Okoye gives chase. Right, last touched it. The sun has peeked through the clouds here, and a great ball played forward, but offsides was Julian Gomes. Gomes, the substitute, coming in and scoring that most recent goal for the Gray Bees. The flag was up that time. Seems like Blair has taken most opportunities with those set pieces, as I mentioned before, to get the ball deep. Ian getting past his man. He's got a chance to cross, but it's low and not a good one. Cut off by Henry Cruz. Bodies hitting the ground and coming out of the pack here, St. Benedict's. Ronald Moffinswainey got past Okoye, slipped it through. It's another goal for Julian Gomes. Another look at the replay. Okoye here, he was the last chance to defend that goal. Julian Gomes with a good finish into the corner, and he promptly comes off the field after scoring 2 goals in just a matter of, what, 10 minutes or so. As we are now back to the live action, here's Blair on the attack. Stockley into the 18, forward for Thomas Robinson, and he tripped, and that was the best opportunity for Blair so far. I believe Robinson tripped over his own feet. And all the way in, here's Pompau, who has to work it into the corner. And Pompau, again eyed up by Matthew Ho. And the ball out of bounds as you hear some arguments here. You think St. Benedict thinks they should have the ball, but from what I saw, it looked like Pompau was the last to touch, and he just lost control. Matthew Ho, though, will give it right back to St. Benedict's as he does kick it out of bounds. Score 3-0 here. There's about 9 minutes left in the first half, but again, the official time on the field. No scoreboard here at Riverfront Park, or at least no operational scoreboard as this long ball goes out of bounds. St. Benedict's with Celio Pompau, getting past Matthew Ho and magically working towards the middle of the field, though this time losing it. As coming in to help out on defense was Nick Furciato. Okoye plays this one into the lake, or maybe as someone's on their horse to try to save it from going in the water. Obviously something that happens a decent amount here on the turf field. Not only is the lake right here, or the river, excuse me, but you've got a turf field, meaning the ball's going to bounce a little bit higher than it would on just natural grass. So it more easily gets out of the park, so to speak. This one's going to get in on Victor Rocky, and he'll play with his feet before picking it up. Good line drive kick through the wind. Comes down to Pompau, playing trail. Sebastian Chalbaugh, and go trail again to the defense. Matthew Ho cut it off and played it with one touch to Ebenezer of St. Benedict's. Now it's Franca and Chalbud. Chalbud racing with Okoye. And now Pompau, after Matthew Ho got a touch. It will be a throw for St. Benedict's as João Montero is into the game. Defender replacing Celio Pompau. Thomas Robinson, his first touch, too far. And oh, it's a big hit. Matthew Ho goes down hard with Chow Chavez. Both players slow to get up. Get a quick replay here. And of course, head coach Matt Farrell in the way there, so you couldn't really see the collision, but Matt Ho is the one who took more of the brunt of that hit. And he's still down here. Slowly, finally making his way back up to his feet. But the defender has been active so far. He's been very important in guarding this left sideline for Blair. He's playing right defense. And Celio Pompao has been here on the left flank. So Matt Ho has been forced into action quite a bit, and now he's going to have to take a seat for at least a little bit. Michael Ayeta comes back in the game for him. Chow Chavez able to save it as it's flicked to the far side, and Ibanez heads it away, and Furciato skies it into the air. Stockley heads it forward, but Henry Cruz is there. And here's Cruz spinning around and now going forward. Knocked on with Chalbud, now going to the far side and getting into the middle for the cross, but it's well too strong and going to hit the flag there at the corner. And they're going to call a throw in the corner for Blair Academy to restart. As deep as you can get. Another chance here for St. Benedict. Slipped through, and Rocky's going to dive and make the save as he comes out. Looming there for St. Benedict's Tiago Franca. We are closing in on the end of this first half, but again, the time is unofficial, so we'll probably see some play go on. After this clock ends, because we did have some injuries and the referees may have stopped the clock while that happened. Thrown back into the middle. Here's Cruz for St. Benedict's. And worked off the ball by Furciato. Good work. Furciato found Ian on the far side. Lefty cross, but no one's home on the other end and easily headed away. Trying for another long ball, but Pierce O'Malley was there to intercept. And that's going to be the half. Let's see. Maybe not. The referee is going to stop the clock, and you probably hear some of this argument. bumped up the Nat sound mic. You might have heard the plane flying by in the background as well, which has been a constant occurrence throughout this game. Newark Airport, as I mentioned earlier, just on the horizon here in Newark, New Jersey. Anyway, 0 on the clock as St. Benedict's nearly putting another goal home. Chow Montero was waiting at the near post. And we will await the end of this half. Indicated by the whistle of the referee. Knocked on here and deflected away by Adam Sobey. Ryan Pacelli connecting with a head, and to the far post it goes. That is a goal for St. Benedict's. But it's offsides. They wave it away. Well executed by the Gray Bees, but the flag was up. Great ball by Brian Pacelli on the far side. Found the head of his man, João Montero. But it was Thiago Franca who was standing in an offsides position. Still 3-0. Gray Bees lead here at the end of this first half. Frustration there on the face of Ayeta as he knocked it out of bounds. St. Benedict's, though, gives it right back. Blair's going to try to get this forward, sneak one in before the half ends. Physical play out there. Here, Jimmy Wandling, the head coach of St. Benedict's Prep, not impressed. Karamayan on the attack. Ayan shot. And no whistle as we've got a great chance for Franca. Trying to chip over Rocky, but he came out and cut off the angle well. And left Franca with no opportunity to get it in the net. Score 3-0, St. Benedict's Prep. And energy is high here, and we do not want to see this as we see some shoving coming in. And both teams getting a little physical. It started with the two coaches, Matt Farrell and Jimmy Wandling, and now it's Jimmy Wandling who's asking to be held, or it has to be held back as he's trying to get at Farrell. The two started jawing after the most recent mix-up. There was, it started with complaints to the referee with St. Benedict's Prep as they were claiming that they were fouled throughout that half. You could hear some of the coaches saying that players are going to get hurt out there. So obviously physical play, that's where it started with the referee argument with Jimmy Wandling, and then you could hear Jimmy Wandling say something under his breath, and things escalated from there. Something under his breath in the direction of Matt Farrell. So things escalated from there, and good to see everybody is safe and out of harm's way. So we are at halftime, 3-0 the score. St. Benedict's Prep leads here in the NJISAA Prep A Championship. This is live high school soccer on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Back we come to Newark, New Jersey for the start of the second half between St. Benedict's Prep and Blair Academy. Tempers getting heated at the end of the first half. We saw a conversation of diplomatic proportions being had right before this half started between the two coaches and the captains and the referees. So the referees really need to get a handle on this. It almost got really ugly right before the half. But in terms of soccer, it's St. Benedict's Prep who leads 3-0. St. Benedict's Prep looking to win a Prep championship for the first time in as many years after their 26-year streak snapped last year at the hands of Pennington. Ball is going to roll and stay in play for Mafun Zwaney. As it's Pompau all the way in on Cage, and Rocky makes the save one-on-one, cut off the angle well. Good keeping by Victor Rocky. He's played very well here today, despite giving up 3 goals. Obviously, the chances department heavily favoring St. Benedict's as another ball comes on, and this one's wide. But Rocky in the first half was forced to make a couple of diving saves, full extension, as Benedict's was searching for the corners, and they were letting it fly in that first half and ended up getting 3 goals in past Rocky. That's a handball against Pompau. There's the St. Benedict's faithful right in front of where Pompau just handed the ball. And as per usual, making good noise for their St. Benedict's Prep Gray Bees. Michael Stockley and Thomas Robinson trying to wreak havoc, but it's knocked out to midfield. And Felipe Lucas on the ball. Lucas heading it forward, the captain putting on some speed as well. But able to make the play defensively, Pierce O'Malley. It is still a corner kick for the Gray Bees as the sun pokes through the clouds once again. Everyone in attendance has to squint as they change the call here, it looks like. Blair Academy is going to have a throw. You can see the captain, Enzo Okpoye, talking with the referee, and it'll end up being a Blair Academy throw all the way up near midfield. Again, it's Lucas who got a touch, knocked it on for Chalbot. His shot, and Rocky had to make the save with his legs. Okpoye with time, and Thomas Robinson as the slide comes in. The defense by Boti Ebenezer, and Robinson goes forward on the attack. Blair still looking for their first goal. They did get a goal the last time these two teams played. St. Benedict's Prep looking for the perfect season. 17-0 coming in. As Robinson had it played all the way back to midfield. And now an interception by Celio Pompau. Numbers for St. Benedict's. Pierce O'Malley trying to disrupt, but it's still Gray Bees' ball. Muffled Zwaney. And the ball ends up sailing wide, well wide of the post. Second half of the NJISAA Prep A Championship. Live here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Simon Rosenwasser here with you. Glad you could join us. Restart and wheels for Sebastian Chalbaud up the field. Poirier got back and was able to roll it out of bounds. A throw for St. Benedict's. Thomas Robinson showing in the midfield, but giving it away. It does come over to Karamayan. He was forced to play it back to Ibanez. Robinson chesting, trying to shield and maintain possession, but there's Luan Lamas, who helps out defensively and then plays a gorgeous ball into the 18 for Pompau. Pompau working towards the middle, and O'Malley got a block. Ibanez defensively, and he draws the foul. So we're coming this way. Adam Sobey, restart. We'll leave it off for Thomas Rocky, the goalkeeper. .50-50 battle here, won by St. Benedict's. Good calm defending by Ebenezer. And it'll go all the way back to Majera, who has been pretty quiet today, has had to be, or as that one came all the way in right here at the broadcast table and actually hit the trophy. But it is a strong piece of hardware and something that St. Benedict's wants to win back this season. Luan Lamas lines up the set piece. Top of the 18 on the far side. There's Pompau for St. Benedict's, but it's knocked all the way out to Muffled Zwaney. And Blair will have the throw. Furciato able to defend it away as he gets it back and then cleared by Ibanez. And now it's Cruz fighting for St. Benedict's, but Stockley for Blair. And the ball out of bounds over there on the far side, so a throw for St. Benedict's. Still 3-0, no goals in the second half. 2 goals in the first half by the substitute in Julian Gomes. And the first goal scored by Ronald Moffinswaney. The Gray Bees wanting more, but a weak shot on, and Rocky easily picks it up. Sebastian Chalbaud fell to the ground as he put it on net. St. Benedict's trying to switch the field, but there's a Poirier in the middle to take it away. And plays it back to Rocky. Blair looking for any offense here, down by 3 goals. In the Prep A Championship, Thomas Robinson with a little shoving and throws Louis Chavez down to the ground. And that, I think if the referee would have seen the full view of that one, would have considered bringing a card out, as that one was pretty blatant by Robinson. St. Benedict easily frustrates their opponents, as you see Pompau works it and slides it towards the middle. Man, some dangling footwork by Celio Pompau, and he almost put it into the middle for a St. Benedict's goal, but there's such good footwork on the side of the St. Benedict's Prep Gray Bees, and your opponent forced to foul you to try to get the ball back, and that's why you see some chippy play come in. Spin move and a beautiful one by Chavez, and he's tripped up right near the corner flag, and despite the complaints from the far side fans, there is no foul, and Rocky will boot out a 6. Stockley with a good pass, and here's Thomas Robinson. Can he get there first? It's Ebenezer who does, but plays it out of bounds. So Blair moving forward with a throw. And Matt Ho, who went down earlier with an apparent injury, is back into the game, so that's good to see. Sophomore from Hong Kong. Couple of fouls, couple of referees call fouls. Both the near judge here, the flag waiver here on the near sideline, put his flag up, and the middle referee also called a foul. So a foul called against Blair Academy, and a sarcastic cheer on the far side by the St. Benedict's faithful as they restart. About 25 minutes left in this one. Foot of Felipe Lucas, pocket pick by Pierce O'Malley. Thomas Robinson guides it to the near side. Ebenezer receives back. And And drilled up the right sideline, but going to be out of bounds. And a restart to come here for Blair Academy. Still 3-0. Most of the play has been in the midfield here in the second half. And we have seen a couple of chances for St. Benedict's prep. Rocky with a line drive 6. Right on the head of St. Benedict's, and Lucas giving chase. Sobey has to head it back, and oh, that was dangerous as Rocky does come out to receive from Sobey. But Lucas was looming. Henry Cruz looking long, far side. Pompau on the left flank. Pompau turning on the Jets. Into the 18 he goes, towards goal, and Rocky makes the save on the near post. And some room for Furciato if they want to break out. Oh, but Cruz said no. Puts it right back into the 18, and it deflects off the head of both Sobey, the defender for Blair, and Lucas, the offender for St. Benedict's. And a strong boot by Rocky. Now it's Cruz with a lot of room in midfield. Again, a long ball, and this time Maffel-Zwaney is offsides. Pompau giving chase, and oh boy, O'Malley may have taken a foot to the head. Celio Pompau was over there on the far side, and he may have got O'Malley in the face with the high leg, trying to save it on that far side. But let's see, maybe it's just a contact. He looks okay. And Pompau, with a nice gesture of sportsmanship, goes over and makes sure he's okay. And Poirier calling here to the Blair side. He's saying that they need a sub for O'Malley, I believe, but Coach Farrell going to call his man off the bench. It looks like Reyes will set to check in for Blair Academy, but a throw for St. Benedict's. As shielding is Pompau. Okpoye helps with the D, and then draws the foul against Celio. Right on the chest. Maffel-Zwaney playing to space. And Azriel Johnson gives chase for St. Benedict's. And now Cruz. Tackled away by Okpoye. But Ebenezer was able to get there as he came up and helped and was hit hard. He's down right at the logo at midfield. Looks like a card might be coming out. It already did. A yellow card for Enzo Okpoye. Maffunzweni in the 18. Bad angle, puts it into the middle. And he was just off time with his teammate. As Blair able to clear it away up to Thomas Robinson. Robinson losing the ball yet again. As Blair Academy tries to get something going here. Ivan Reyes pushed off the ball. Ibanez with the touch, but Maffunzweni for St. Benedict's. Right for Chalbaud. And Pompau at the corner of the 18. Celio Pompau sliding it back. And a long shot comes in. It is saved by Rocky. Azriel Johnson put it on. Now Azriel Johnson possesses, knocks it into the corner, but too far in front of his intended target as the ball is cleared all the way out. And St. Benedict starts quickly. Celio Pompau with it, looking for a cross, slides it to the top of the 18. Furciato knocks it away. And now it's Johnson. Turnover as Stockley takes it away. And they should blow the whistle. They finally are, as the advantage was played, and a card's going to come out. It's a yellow against Azriel Johnson. Stockley is down and in pain. Get a replay here of that most recent foul. And it looked like Stockley was ready to take some space and get a good opportunity, but the foul called. Stockley comes out of the game. Azriel Johnson gets a yellow card, and he has to sub out, as you see him right in front of your screen. In the sub area, he's got to sub out as he got that card and has to wait till the next stoppage to come back in. Ibanez, the Spaniard, knocks it ahead to Akpoye, triple teamed. And eventually Cruz takes it away for St. Benedict's. IN chasing him down, and Cruz trails back. 16 minutes to go about. Unofficial time on your screen. Another foul called, and this is against Blair Academy. Quick restart for St. Benedict's. On the foot of Brian Pacelli. And now Maffunzweni. Thomas Robinson makes that one tough and is called for the foul. So Cruz to restart. Junior midfielder puts it back in. Ebenezer. Now Pacelli. Azriel Johnson coming back into the game for St. Benedict's, and Zach Rubin, senior from Stroudsburg, comes in for Blair Academy to replace Michael Ayeta. Ball's going to hang up in the wind, and Matthew Ho lines it up, plays center field, and heads it forward. Knocked ahead by Ivan Reyes. Reyes able to get it forward, but it's easy enough for Majera, who will be able to waste some time in the back before he waits for the pressure to come on, and he picks it up. But time on the side of the St. Benedict's Prep Gray Bees, less than 15 minutes to go. And looking for yet another Prep championship and a national championship. Maffunzweni knocking it forward. Comes down, and a volley out of the air is wide by Lucas. Wind starting to pick up here as Rocky has to, at the last moment, play it with his feet. And Malfonsueni right there in front of his face. Contact there, no whistle. It's Karam Ayan down the sideline. Ayan cutting back and eventually losing possession as Ebenezer goes deep. O'Malley heads and Malfonsueni knocks on to the far side. Got Pompao, but Matthew Ho took it away. Ezreal Johnson. As St. Benedict's plays possession here. Brian Pacelli. And the substitution will come in as back into the game, Michael Stockley. Good to see him back in and looking healthy after that hard hit. And he subs out for Nick Furciato. Into the 18 it goes, and Julian Gomes, who's subbed in here in the second half. He scored 2 goals after being subbed in the first. In just a span of about 8 minutes. Efficient work by Julian Gomes in the first half, and that time playing it out of bounds as we'll have a restart here in the near corner by Blair Academy. Sobey clears it ahead. At the foot of Robinson, is able to stay with it. Stockley looking far side, but his pass was too weak. In steps Henry Cruz and in on Rocky. Knocked on to Karam Ayan. And Ayan taken down from behind. It'll be a free kick coming for Blair Academy, as Ebenezer is called for the foul. So a dangerous opportunity here for Blair as we approach 10 minutes to go in this one. It'll be Ayan, the left-footed Ayan, to serve it in. Ball goes towards the middle, and Majera calmly makes the save. No hesitation from the goaltender. Another set piece here for Blair. Another ball comes in to the top, and it's Ari Briscoe in net. have assumed that it was Majera, but finally receiving word that it is Ari Briscoe, so we apologize for that. For St. Benedict's prep. And after the reset, Briscoe gets it up ahead quickly, and now it's a opportunity for St. Benedict's. A throw deep in Blair territory. St. Benedict's substitution, William Dukovic into the game as a senior defender. And Luis Chavez takes the seat. Pompau able to get it in, and a whistle blew. And it's going to be a free kick for Blair. It must have been an offsides. Yeah, with under 8 minutes to go. 3-0 St. Benedict's here in the Prep A Championship. Gray Bees closing in. Robinson chests, get it into the middle for Okpoye. And ball in the far corner, cleared away by St. Benedict's and stays in play to Matthew Ho's possession. And not for long as it goes out of bounds, and a couple more substitutions, one for each team. Abdul Quadrago into the game for St. Benedict's. And Luke Corrado replaces Matthew Ho for Blair Academy. Switch of the field to the near side here for St. Benedict's. It's Danny Alves. Turnover as the Bucks look to work the other way. Whistle comes and substitutions also come in. 2 for Blair Academy, 1 for St. Benedict's Prep, as Massimo Mazzella is back into the game. Michael Ietta back in for Blair. Pompau trying to flick it over Sobey. Sobey stayed strong, and now Stockley. Ietta with an attempted back heel to Stockley. And now this one going over the head of Pierce O'Malley. A flag comes up, and he was offsides, was Celio Pompau. Okpoye looking long ball. And room for Ezreal Johnson with a one-time into the corner. Ezreal Johnson finishes, and St. Benedict's Prep up 4-0. Tells his teammates to come and get him. And Ezreal Johnson. See if we can get a replay potted up here. Here it is. 4-0, under 4 minutes unofficially to go. And St. Benedict's Prep will secure National Championship number 11. Add another star to their logo. Couple minutes of possession here for the Gray Bees as Quadrago goes trail. And Pompau is in on goal. Pompau chips, and a good defensive play by Sobey, as that was going to be a tap-in for the Gray Bees. Still not of danger are the Buccaneers, but an offside's called. Substitutions as the couple of captains go back into the game. Felipe Lucas and Luan Lamas will finish the season on the field as Jimmy Wandling sends them in. There's Luan Lamas playing forward. And a dangerous play called against St. Benedict's. Another substitution for the Gray Bees as Pacelli comes into the game. Free kick coming from Blair. Last couple of minutes here, just a formality as St. Benedict's has been in control throughout this one and have a 4-0 lead here in the final moments. 5-1 win earlier in the year for St. Benedict's as Blair with a last-ditch opportunity, but this ball goes out of bounds and a goal kick to come for the goaltender in Briscoe. Versiato down for Blair. So our clock has no time on it. We await the whistle of the referee to denote a national championship for St. Benedict's Prep. But they want more. Here's Pompau sliding it towards the middle of the 18. Knocked off by Okpoye. Good strong defense by Enzo. And then a great outlet ball on the left side. He hit his man in stride, and Nieta for Stockley, trying to play the give and go, but Ebenezer read it well and clears it all the way into the corner. Stockley holding it right here on the line. Blair Academy ball. Cleared all the way down. The head of O'Malley, and now Pompau in open field. Celio Pompau is tripped up, and that's going to bring out a card. Yellow card shown to Luke Corrado, who comes out of the game, and we will have a set piece in the waning moments. Bryson Garrix replaces Luke Corrado. And a dangerous free kick opportunity here for St. Benedict's Prep, just about 23 yards out. Pompau and Lamas. Pompau strikes and leaves it wide. However, it was deflected by the wall, and it's a corner kick. Ball comes into the middle, and it's deflected away by Sobey. And out of play. St. Benedict stays on the attack, though. Danny Alves to throw it in. Now he leaves it off. But Picelli able to throw it into the corner. And it's Mazzella. And now Santiago Martinez. Last second shot as Rocky deflects it away. Comes out to the near side. Celio Pompau. Again weaving towards the net, and Rocky made the save with his knee. And that's going to do it as the whistle blows. St. Benedict's Prep wins yet another Prep A championship as Jimmy Wandling gets the Gatorade shower. $11 national championships now for St. Benedict's Prep, who came into this game as the #1 team according to TopDrawerSoccer.com. Their season has finished at 18-0 as tensions flaring up again here at the end of the game. We've got our camera focused in on that celebration for St. Benedict's Prep as they win 4-0 here from Riverfront Park in Newark, New Jersey. Congratulations to the Gray Bees, and congratulations to the Blair Academy Buccaneers as well for a good season and getting to this point. A phenomenal win against the Pennington Red Raiders to even get to this championship game, but going up against the St. Benedict's Prep Gray Bees, you know you are going to be the underdog in the Prep A championship. So we will wrap it up here. The final, St. Benedict's 4, Blair Academy 0. The Gray Bees, Prep champions again here in 2017.